All right, welcome to the Pure Adrenaline Baseball channel. Thank you all so much for the subscribers. We got 19 already, so good start to getting our channel up and running. Thank you all so much. So this is our second week of doing power rankings here on the channel. So let's get into it. Once again, a lot of these teams will not move. The up and down arrows are teams that move three or more spots up or down. There's some other movement here as well. But we'll give those updates as we go along here. But yeah, 25 through 30 really hasn't changed much. Actually, one change, but still coming in at number 30, the Chicago White Sox. Worst team in baseball by far. Let's come over here. Chicago White Sox, number 30. All right, let's go. There we go. And here we go. We do have a change here. Colorado and Miami flip spots. Miami now at number 29. Miami now number 29 and Colorado at 28. Miami 2-8 over their last 10, dropping them that one spot, and Colorado really not. They record-wise they are ahead of Miami now, but this is not solely based off of records. But 4-6 over their last 10, so a little bit of improvement there. Colorado, looking at it here, they're actually decent offensively in the top 15 in runs, 15th in average, 18th in runs, 15th in hits, 17th in home runs. So offense not too bad, but dead last in every pitching category except for home runs allowed. 29th. They're 29th out of 30 teams. So a pretty bad season there for Colorado. We'll see if they can get things figured out over there. But let's keep marching up towards number 25. Coming in at number 27. Number 27 is going to be the Los Angeles Angels. Tough year for the Angels. Not only do they lose Ohtani to free agency, but Trout has been hurt almost all season. So it's been a difficult season there. They're 22 games under 500, 2-8 over their last 10 as well. So they've been falling. Number 26. Right now, we're going to still call them the Oakland A's. We'll see where they move to next year until they figure that Vegas stadium out. Coming in at number 26. Number 25, a team a month ago that was right there in the mix of the National League wildcard race. 3-7 over their last 10 and have been falling. The Washington Nationals. The Nationals at number 25. So let us know with a comment down below if one of these teams does not belong in 25 through 30 range. They should be ranked a little bit higher than where they are, based off of what you guys have seen on the field. Coming in at number 24, let's march up towards number 20 here. The Toronto Blue Jays coming in at number 24. 6 games under 500, 6-4 over their last 10. It'll be interesting to see what they do this offseason. Coming in at number 23, the defending world champs, the Texas Rangers. No movement from last week, 5-5 over their last 10. So we'll see if they can get hot here over the last 5 weeks of the season to make a playoff push. I'd have to look to see when the last time a defending champ did not make the playoffs. Or if you guys know, leave a comment down below. Number 22, a team that dropped one spot from last week. 1 game over 500. Coming in at number 22, the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays at number 22. And coming in at number 20 before we get to the top 20. Or no, coming in at number 21, I should say. A team that goes back and forth into the top 20 and out of the top 20 every few weeks, the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals coming in at number 21. So how about that? 21 through 25 or 24. Do any of those teams belong to be lower or maybe in the top 20? Let us know what you guys think with a comment once again. But yeah, let's keep marching up. Let's keep marching up towards number 15. All right, coming in at number 20. Once again, not much movement this week. Not much movement this week. Not like last week. Last week it was a little different because it had been 2 weeks since I recorded a video. But let's keep marching up towards number 15 here. The Pittsburgh Pirates coming in at number 20. 7 games under 500. A team that's been in the wild card spot, been a game out of the wild card spot, now falling a little bit further behind. So we'll see. Definitely, Skeens definitely in the conversation for Rookie of the Year. I believe it's between Skeens and Merrill. Let us know what you guys think. Who will win National League Rookie of the Year? But let's keep going here. Number 19, the Detroit Tigers, 7-3 over their last 10. 2 games under 500. Look offensively, not in the top 20 in any category, but pitching wise, great. Number 10 in ERA, 11 in runs allowed, 13th in hits allowed, 4th fewest home runs. So good stuff from the pitching staff there. Just need to get that offense figured out. Coming in at number 18, the team that's still in the mix of the wild card race, 66-65 on the year, 5-5 over their last 10. The San Francisco Giants. All right, then we had some teams that moved 1 or 2 spots here. 17, down 1 spot from number 16 last week. The Cincinnati Reds. The Reds coming in at number 17. 4-6 over their last 10. Another team that dropped the spot, 2-8 over their last 10. They were 15 last week, and now 16 this week. The Seattle Mariners. So once again, every 5 or so positions, I stop, let you guys catch up maybe. And what do you guys think? Any 16 through 20? Any of those teams not belong in the top 20, or do any of those teams belong in the top 15? And I got them ranked too low. Okay, they did not get a green arrow up this week because they only moved 2 spots. The arrows are for 3 or more spots, but 6-4 over their last 10. Trying to stay in that wild card race as well. The Chicago Cubs up from 17 up to number 15. A team that dropped a spot, 4-6 over their last 10, struggling a little bit here. Right now would miss the playoffs. The Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox coming in at number 14. Coming in at number 13, up 1 spot from last week, 6-4 over their last 10. Right now, right in the middle of a 10-game stretch between playing Baltimore, San Diego, and Arizona. And right now, the Mets are 4-2 in the first 6 games between those teams. So playing good against good teams, and then struggles against teams that are below 500. But yeah, up 1 spot to number 13 this week, my New York Mets. Over on our PureAdrenaline Sports channel, I will be live today for the Mets and Padres. Game 4 of that series, Mets looking to win that series, and San Diego trying to make it a split. But man, a team that's turned it back on here, but no movement from last week. The Atlanta Braves coming in at number 12. Right now, Atlanta only 5 games behind the Phillies. They just took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies, and they have won 6 out of the 9 games, I believe, this year against the Phillies. And I believe they have 4 more games against them. So things could tighten up here in the National League East. But yeah, the Braves coming in at number 12. And coming in at number 11 at 69-60, 5-5 over their last 10. The Houston Astros. Houston Astros at number 11. So here's where I pause again. Let me know. Any of these teams, 11 through 15, don't deserve to be there. They should be ranked a little lower. Let us know what you guys think. Or do one of these teams belong in the top 10? Does Atlanta belong in the top 10? How about Houston? Let us know. But we'll get into the top 10 here. down 2 spots from number 8 last week. 15 games over 500, but 5-5 over their last 10. The Minnesota Twins coming in at number 10. The Twins at number 10, down 2 spots. The Padres coming in at number 9. They're 15 games over 500. 15 games under 500 and 4.5 games behind the Dodgers for the number 1 spot in the National League West. Right now, the Padres coming in at number 9. All right, the red down arrow, a team that's dropped 3 or more spots, down from number 5 last week, the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians dropping from 5 to 8. So a team had to move up, right? The Arizona Diamondbacks right now 7-3 over their last 10. They lost to Texas last year in the World Series, and looking like they belong. So got off to a rough start this year, but it definitely turned it on. And they're 3 games back behind the Dodgers for the National League West lead. So things are tightening up not only in the National League East, but the National League West as well. We'll take a look at the division standings here after we're done with our rankings. Staying at number 6 from last week and number 6 this week, 5-5 over their last 10. The Baltimore Orioles. Orioles at number 6. Orioles at number 6. Let me know, guys. Out of 6 through 10, does one of those teams belong in the top 5 or out of the top 10? But let's keep going here. Some movement here in the top 5. Up 2 spots from number 7 last week. Right now, in only 2.5 games behind the Guardians for the division lead, the Kansas City Royals. The Royals up to number 5. Down 2 spots from number 2 last week, the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies right now are definitely struggling. They're still in the top 5 in baseball, so if you're a Philly fan, you got to hope they get things figured out over there. But then let's go to the top 3 here. Coming in at number 3, no movement from last week, the Milwaukee Brewers. So giving it away, the last 2 teams. If you saw last week's video, you know who number 1 is. Dropping out of the number 1 spot down to number 2 this week, the New York Yankees. The New York Yankees in at number 2, and the Dodgers getting things figured out at the right time, up to 24 games over 500. And right now, the number 1 ranked wild card team, or number 1 power ranking team, I should say, not wild card team. I believe they have the best record in baseball right now as well. So good stuff there, everybody. Let us know your thoughts on our rankings, where I'm way off, where I'm not giving the team enough credit as well. Let me look at the standings here before we finish this video up. So we'll just take a look real quick. The Yankees and Orioles. Yankees have a half a game lead over Baltimore. So I don't know if they play each other anymore this year, but half game, things are tight there. Things are tight in the Central as well. The Guardians have a 2-game lead over the Twins and the Royals. Tigers are 10.5 out, and the White Sox have been eliminated there. In the West, Houston has a 4.5-game lead over Seattle. And they've increased that over the last 10 games. They've gained 3 games. It was a game and a half 10 games ago, and now it's 4.5. So Houston's starting to pull away there. In the National League, here we go. The Phillies right now still lead the division, but Atlanta within 5. The Mets within 7.5. So the Mets, I don't know about the Braves. I believe the Braves have 4 games left with the Phillies. And the Mets, I know the Mets have 7 games left with the Phillies. So things definitely can can tighten up there in the National League East. Milwaukee came out of nowhere. I did not expect Milwaukee to be this good this year, and right now have a 10.5 game lead over the Cubs. But the National League West, the Dodgers. Let me make sure I'm updated here. Yep, the Dodgers do have a 3 game lead over the Diamondbacks, 4.5 over the Padres. Diamondbacks have won 5 in a row as well. So we'll look to see these division races heating up. And right now, the wild card standings in the American League, the 3 teams would be Baltimore, Minnesota, and Kansas City, with Boston being 4.5 back, and Tampa being 7 out, and Seattle 7.5. The National League wild card standings: Arizona in at number 1, San Diego's number 2, Atlanta in the 3 spot with the Mets 2.5 back, San Francisco 5 back, the Cubs 5.5 back, and the Cardinals 6 back. So we'll see how things tighten up here. The Cubs have won 3 in a row. Who's the hottest team in baseball right now? Arizona's won 5. And Miami's lost 5. So those are the teams right now struggling. 2-8 over their last 10. They have not been officially eliminated yet. Only team that has been officially eliminated from the postseason is the Chicago White Sox. So, but getting down to it here, there's only 5 weeks to go. So, once again, thank you all so much for giving us some of your time today. Let us know once again with a comment down below. Also, hit that thumbs up for us. We really appreciate that. Consider subscribing, and we'll see everybody next Sunday for next week's Power Ranking.